How to obtain the required 35 hours of PMP training affordably and easily. The Project Management Professional PMP training necessary for certification is referred to as 35 contact hours of project management education in the PMP Handbook by PMI. If you hold the CAPM registered trademark certification, you are exempt from this 35-hour requirement. Graduates of programs accredited by GAC, Global Accreditation Center for Project Management Education Programs, receive a 12-month credit towards their work experience requirement. Additionally, coursework from GAC can be used to meet the 35 contact hours of education requirement. The term contact hours can be misleading. Many PMP candidates mistakenly believe that this training must occur in a traditional classroom setting. This misconception delayed my own PMP certification preparation for over a year, as I struggled to find time for in-person classes. However, PMI does not mandate that PMP training be conducted face-to-face. It can be completed in various formats as long as there is an assessment at the end, like online courses with practice exams or podcast-style training with a final exam. Types and advantages of PMP training for 35 contact hours. PMP training can be categorized into three main types: classroom face-to-face training, online training, and downloadable podcast training. Note: as of 2021, PMI no longer permits PMI-authorized training partners to market pre-recorded online courses as PMP exam prep courses. Nevertheless, many online courses, including the well-regarded PM Prepcast trademark, still fulfill the 35 contact hours requirement. Therefore, you are not limited to courses from PMI ATP. For example, PM Prepcast trademark meets the criteria for contact hours, that is, project management training, and approval can be obtained using the course outline and details. Comparison of training types. First, let's talk about classroom face-to-face training. This traditional method involves an instructor teaching a group of students and addressing their questions. Benefits. Instructors can engage with students individually. Opportunities to find study partners among classmates. Peer pressure may motivate students to complete assignments and readings. Many candidates have prior experience with face-to-face classes. Some programs may follow a bootcamp format where classes run consecutively for 4 days, culminating in the actual PMP exam on day 5. This intensive approach often leads to higher pass rates. Downsides: classroom training is typically expensive, often exceeding $1,000. Limited availability may require travel to attend classes. The pace may be slowed by slower learners in the group. Time spent commuting must also be considered. Busy professionals might struggle to take multiple days off for training. Next, we have online PMP training. Both online and downloadable podcast training offer flexibility that classroom settings do not, allowing students to access lessons via smartphones at their convenience. Benefits. Online training is generally more affordable than traditional classroom options. Podcast lessons facilitate studying anywhere, even during commutes. Video lessons cater to visual learners with illustrations and charts. Students can progress at their own pace without affecting others. Lessons can be repeated for better understanding, ideal for busy professionals looking to meet contact hour requirements without significant disruption. Downsides. Instructors may not provide immediate feedback. Questions must be submitted via email or forums. Online courses require self-discipline. Those unfamiliar with this format may struggle without a set schedule. Regarding non-PMI authorized training partner courses, since pre-recorded courses from PMI authorized training partners are no longer approved for advertising as PMP exam prep courses, can these still count towards the 35 contact hours? Yes. The distinction is that these courses are not considered pre-approved by PMI. You will need to submit documentation such as course outlines, qualifying hours, and completion certificates when applying for your PMP certification. The PMP exam handbook specifies that you must include copies of certificates or letters from training institutes for each course listed on your application. Clarifying contact hours versus PDUs. Confusion often arises between contact hours and professional development units, or PDUs. The same course may provide either contact hours or PDUs, but not both simultaneously. To clarify, for obtaining the PMP credential, you need contact hours, specifically 35 hours. After earning your PMP credential, you need PDUs, 60 PDUs over 3 years, for renewal. If you're reading this guide, your goal should be to secure the 35 contact hours for your PMP application. Next steps. Once you've determined how you'll acquire your 35 contact hours of project management education for the PMP exam, take action now to start your journey. Additionally, consider obtaining or purchasing the PMBOK registered trademark guide, along with at least one PMP study guide and practice exams as study aids.